But bottom line is, our daughter Carrie, when she went away to college, she had just graduated, she had started her master's program, meets this guy, and we lost her for 5 years. I mean, she basically bailed on her faith, on everything. They would move around, and what was even worse, it was a horribly abusive situation that God rescued her out of. And Carrie now works with me, but man, during the time, and now she's on Focus on the Family and has written, a wonderful book and all these things. But I'm telling you, during those 5 years, it was just horrible. And if anybody's had a prodigal kind of a deal, but I remember we didn't know where she was. He would move her around. I won't go into details, but it was just horrific. And you don't even know if they're alive or not, bottom line. But I found out she was in California and I was going to be in California. And I remember sending her an email saying, hey, if you meet me, I'll give you some tires. I'll buy new tires for your car, because they were in San Diego. And I said, I'll be in San Diego, and just tell me where a tire place is. I'll meet you there. And so she responded, and I showed up and bought her tires. But what I had done is I had written out a sheet of paper, 10 things that I really believed were true about her, and that I thought God did as well. And it were all kind of just positive things that God could do in her life. And long story longer, she took it back. She didn't even want to keep it. She goes, I was going to throw it away, but she went back home. And the next time this abuse, and I'm telling you, what abuse does is it erases the blessing. You put in all this blessing, you put a kid in an abusive situation, it's rough city in terms of erasing a lot of the things you've done. But she goes, this one time, he'd been abused. He would normally just play video games or whatever, but he left, and she went in the bathroom and read that note. And she said, Lord, and she had never, we had talked to her about Christ her whole life. She'd been to Awana, the whole 9 yards. But she goes, Lord, if you're really real, and she made a decision right there.